I'm here to show you the brand new Business Buddy, the complete photography business calculator for Microsoft Excel. If you don't have Microsoft Excel, that's fine. You can get it on a 3-month trial, and you can also get it on a rolling contract like Creative Cloud. I think it's about £5 or £6 a month for the whole kind of Microsoft suite, where you get Excel and Word and all the other Microsoft stuff. You can get this on a PC or a Mac. So yeah, there's no reason why you can't have Microsoft Excel. So this is the complete photography business calculator, and this is here to, I mean, it's kind of complicated, but it's here to help you work out your entire business model, how much you need to earn a month, how much you need to charge for your products, how much your minimum spend should be, and to keep on top of your outgoings, your incomings, and all of your other household expenses. So you download the Business Buddy, and I'm on a PC. Obviously in Mac you will also have this in your downloads. Open up the zip folder, and you will get these 3 files here. You will get the Google Sheets version. I wouldn't recommend using Google Sheets. I've only done this for those of you who are really kind of cannot use Excel or cannot have Excel on your computer. You can use it online in Google Sheets, but it will not work as smoothly. The formulas are still there, but it may be a little bit all over the place, so I'd really recommend getting Excel and using the Excel calculator. Like I said, you can get it on a month's free trial, which is more than enough time for you to kind of input all of your information and use the Business Buddy properly in that time. You have a PDF here of instructions that come. You open this up and you can read through the instructions. These are also on the page that you purchase from. I've kept the instructions as simple as possible because really this is down to you, how much you get out of the Business Buddy. So you open it up here by double clicking, open it up in Excel. Let me just get rid of this. Okay. You may come up here, protected view, be careful. Files from the internet contain viruses. I can assure you this does not contain a virus. So you want to enable editing. And this will just set editing up on your Excel. So here is your Business Buddy. This is page 1. You will notice each page has buttons and tabs on it. There are also these coloured tabs down the bottom that you can click on to go to the relevant pages, which you will need to do if you're using this in Google Sheets. So read the instructions. This is for family, newborn and portrait photographers. This isn't really designed for wedding photographers because wedding photography is kind of a different bag altogether, and there will be a wedding one released soon. So this is really for family, newborn and portrait photographers. Okay, so read the instructions here. You have the buttons here: expenses, your hours, desired profit, session fees and price lists. These are in numbered order. I would recommend going through them in numbered order. As you click on these and enter your information, it will change the numbers and the figures here. You'll be able to see your monthly expenses in your business overview. So these are the monthly expenses. This is not profit at all. This is literally the expenses, the bare bones of your business you need to cover to break an even zero. You will also see how many hours you're working a week. I popped a little fact in here. An office worker works 168 hours a month with weekends off. How do your hours compare? It's very interesting. The total and session fees required per month. So these are if you charge session fees separately to packages, which I would recommend, although you don't have to, and you can adapt this to suit your business model. And then after your expenses, how much do you wish to earn per month? So this figure here is after your expenses. After this figure, this number, your monthly outgoings have gone out. How much do you want to earn? How much do you want in your pot? How much do you need, you know, to survive? It's not necessarily about buying nice things for yourself. This is living money. This is, you know, your future here. So then you have the big figures. The minimum income you need to generate from your photography business per month is this amount. The minimum profit you need per client per session, and this is once your product costs and all of your other costs have gone, which you may be surprised at how big they are, is this amount here per client per session. There is also an estimated tax. Of course, it is absolutely impossible for me to predict your exact amount of tax because it all depends on where you live, whether you're VAT registered, whether you're self-assessed, whether you need to pay tax in the first place. If you live in America, your tax will vary depending on which state you live in. So this is a very, very kind of wide estimate here, but it will give you an idea of tax. Okay, so let's get started with the LSP Business Buddy. First, your expenses will come up like this. Don't panic, don't run away and think, oh God, I can't do it, and bury your head in the sand. This is very, very important. And this is also great. You can just type all this in and you can print this sheet out, stick it up somewhere, and you know at a glance how much your rent is, how much your electricity is, etc. So let's say you spend I don't know, £10 a month on accountancy, £10 a month on business cards, £100 on childcare. What's your Facebook advertising budget? How much do you spend on boosts? Say you do 2 or 3 £10 boosts a month, so let's say £30 on boosts. Flyers, business cards and stationery, you may not get these every month, you may get them every 6 months. In that case, work out the average monthly cost of your flyers and your business cards and things. Your business insurance, how much do you pay for internet a month for your business? Do you have a loan? Did you get a business loan? Do you have loan repayments? Are you a member of BANPAS or the Guild of the Photographers or any other kind of photography societies? Do you sign up to another photographer's website where you pay monthly? If you do, put that in there. Other subscriptions, Creative Cloud, Microsoft Excel, anything like that, put that in per month. All these small things that are going out, you need to account for. Your mobile phone, do you pay national insurance, 17 hats and things like that, Light Blue, any kind of accounting software, Animoto. Do you pay for those? If you do, you may pay annually and you need to work out the monthly cost for those. Postage, do you post things out to clients? Work out your average kind of postage a month. Do you rent your studio? If you rent your studio, you put the figure in there. So I'm not sure, let's say £500 a month for your studio rent. If you rent a studio, you don't have a home studio there. With your studio utility bills and your website, if you pay monthly. If not, add that over here on the single items. Okay, your home expenses. Do you have mortgage or rent? You pop that in. Do you have home insurance, living costs? How much is your food shopping? And let's pop a couple of other things in here, electricity bills and gas bills and water bills. I'm just putting some random figures in here. Your car insurance, do you have things like that? Single items, your camera, how much did your camera cost? Backdrops, well, I mean, you may be surprised at how much you've spent on props this year, and this year you've got to be absolutely honest with yourself. Don't just kind of underestimate this figure. No one else is going to see apart from you, and you have to be honest. To run a successful business, you have to be absolutely honest, and you may be really surprised at how much you've spent on equipment and props and computers and all sorts of things over the past month. You really do need to keep on top of this stuff. Okay, I'm just putting some random very rough figures in here. Lenses, they're my one of my weak spots, so I'm going to put a big figure in there for lenses. Lighting equipment, did you spend on lights, props? The big one. Let's put a quite large figure in there for props. Mine is probably a lot more than that. MISC kind of equipment. Have you spent on training? Have you paid anyone for training? Let's assume that you have. And your website, like a yearly payment. Have you done any training online? Have you gone like Creative Cloud or other photographers' websites? Okay, your other job. Do you have another job? I'm going to assume for this you don't, you're full-time, but if you do, pop your monthly salary in there that you get. This is kind of your other income. Does your partner have another job? Let's assume that your partner has another job and he earns income. If he doesn't, then don't put that in. Let's assume you get some benefits, okay, and I'm going to assume you don't do weddings or anything like that. If you do, pop your average monthly income from weddings in there. Just work out your very mean average over the year. You could always look at last year, 12 months of wedding income, and divide it by 12 and put that in there. Okay, do you own another house that you rent out, for example? Do you have any savings? I'd put them in there and divide them into a rough kind of monthly figure of what your savings are worth to you. Of course, this is a very rough figure. Okay, so once you've put all these in here, it will show you your totals, your monthly business expenses. For the figures I've put in, that's £927. Your home expenses, £1,300. Over the last 12 months, according to my very rough figures, is £7,000, and you may be very, very, very surprised at that figure, especially if you've gone for some big purchases like camera and lenses and things like that. And then your other income here. So then you would click the next button, enter your hours. And these are your photography hours only. Okay, so how many sessions per month do you do? I'm going to put a very similar figure to my sessions. Obviously yours will be different. So let's say 4 newborns a month, 4 baby child sitter sessions a month. I don't do family. Let's say 4 maternities a month. Other, you can change the words up here, so you can click there and say put pet photography perhaps. Let's say you do a pet photography shoot a month. Okay. With this, you only write in the white boxes. Please bear that in mind. Any other boxes you do not need to enter figures in, only the white ones. So a newborn session, hourly breakdown per session, pre-communication with client. How long do you spend chatting to your client? Do you spend 20 minutes on the phone? Do you spend 10 minutes composing emails? Do you send a few texts? You know, you could spend an hour chatting to your client. Hours spent shooting. I mean, a newborn session is around 4 hours. For some it may be less. I'm going to put the average in there. We all say a newborn shoot lasts up to 4 hours, and I'd recommend putting the maximum in here, the maximum, so you know that you're covered. Your session prep and pack down, you know, that can take you a couple of hours, you'd be surprised. Post communication with the client, you know, could take you another half an hour. Editing time, be really realistic here. Like I said, no one else is going to see this apart from you, so be totally honest with yourself. You know, does it take you 2 hours, 3 hours? Does it take you, you know, a couple of hours a night over a week? You know, be completely honest with yourself how many hours your editing takes. Ordering and designing art, be honest there as well. And then packaging and posting, how long do you spend packaging up your client's order, sticking stickers on, putting wrapping on, and things like that? You know, you may be surprised at how long you take. Baby and child, again, pre-communication with client, I'm just going to put in about the same. Here, baby and child is, you know, maybe 1 hour, 1 hour for maternity, an hour for pets. Session prep and pack down, obviously for me personally, is a lot less, you know, for baby and child and maternity, normally. And then again, the same, ordering and designing art. Okay. The results are in. Don't enter anything in these boxes. This is just for my calculations. It will show you the exact figures. Total hours per session. Newborn. So, you know, you can see here, if you have these newborn figures, which are quite realistic, that's 56 hours a month you're spending on newborn photography. Okay, next, enter your desired income. How much would you like to earn per month? How much would you like in your money pot once all your expenses are settled? Don't undervalue yourself, okay? Because this is really important. You know, we're kind of brought up with this myth that you have to work hard and you have to be a worker and you have to work your fingers down to the bone and not be happy, because if anyone is happy with their money, they're the rich, and the rich are the bad people. You know, you've got to get rid of that negative kind of stigma about earning money for yourself, for your family, about having a holiday, about saving for a car. All of these things, you only live once. You know, none of us know what's going to happen. You need to enjoy your life. So how much do you want to earn per month? Put a nice figure in there. Do you pay tax? If you pay tax, I'm going to put 20% tax, which is quite average. You may be below the tax threshold, you may be above, you may also pay VAT. I cannot calculate VAT and things on here. Of course I could do, but this would really overcomplicate this. So VAT, MOS tax, other taxes, they're things that you need to work out. I also cannot account for PayPal fees or your bank fees, because, you know, it all depends on how much you take through your PayPal or your bank. So these are things you will have to bear in mind. Okay, session fees. How much do you charge per session? So let's say you charge 75 for a newborn, 50 for a child, 50 for a maternity, and I don't know, 45 for a pet or something like that. And then additional costs. Are there any additional costs? Do your clients, do you give a gift bag with some little things in it? Do you give them a brochure that you've printed out? You know, how much does that brochure cost you? How much does an envelope cost you? Even if it's 25p, put it on. They all build up. How much does the packaging cost you for that? How much does the printing cost you? Do you give them a free print? Do you give them a 10x8 print with your session? If you do, you know, pop that cost in there. Any extras you can change here. So do you add a key ring? Do you add something? Add it in there. Okay, so next is your price list, and this one may take you a little while again to work out, but it's so worth it. If you do packages, then enter them here. If you do not do packages, you can scroll straight down to the individual kind of a la carte products here, but most of us do packages. If your package is included within your session fee, I'd still recommend figuring out a rough session fee and putting it in here to divide the two. but you don't have to. You can kind of leave that blank if you really want to. But to get kind of a good idea, because your session fee pays for your time, your talent, your shooting time, your editing time. That is your session fee. The packages are, you know, the images afterwards, what's included. So even if they are all included together and people pre-book your packages and your session together, I'd still recommend for this document kind of separating the two out, so you can really kind of lay them out right down in front of you, put your cards on the table and see what's going on. Okay, so package 1, you can rename this if you do packages. If you do more than 4 packages, I'd just stick with your 4 most popular packages. If you do less than 4, then just stick with the 2 or 3 that you do. So you can rename this package. You can just kind of double click here, and you can rename it if you want to. I don't know, bronze or something like that. Okay, so how many digital images are included? I'm just going to do 1 to save time. So say in your lowest package you get 5 digitals on a USB or a disc. Let's say 5 small prints, 1 large print and 1 medium wall art. Okay, so how much does a USB or a disc cost you? How much do you pay for that disc? It might be 50p, it might be 10, 15 pounds, it depends if you personalise, so put the price in there. 5 small prints, let's say they're £1 each. A large print, let's say you pay £6, you know, for this is how much it costs you, not how much you charge the client. This costs you here, okay? And your wall art, let's say £50. And then how much do you charge for this package? How much do you charge? Let's say you charge £3.95. It comes up here. It will tell you your total cost. This package costs you £66. Your gross profit is £329. Your break-even price is £350. Okay, this minimum you should sell for. You can go on the break-even price. You can go, wow, you know, I'm making £45 on that package. Break-even literally means, you know, how much do you need to make 0? How much do you need to not be in the minus figures and in debt? How much do you need to make 0, 0, 0? That's what break-even means. So if your break-even price is quite close to what you charge, you know, your profit on this is only going to be £45. Of course, it says here the minimum you should sell for. This takes into consideration your outgoings, your minimum spend that has already been worked out on the previous pages, how much you wish to earn per month. That figure may shock you. You know, that figure might make you go, whoa. And I'll be honest, that does seem kind of quite high for many of us, that figure. But remember, I've gone in here and I've put random figures. These aren't the real figures I've put in. I've put very guesstimate figures. Your figure here will probably be a lot more realistic of what the minimum you should sell for, but I don't doubt it will surprise you. If that minimum you should sell for is less than what you currently charge, then leave it at what you currently charge. You're doing great. You don't have to lower your prices. In fact, I would not ever recommend stepping backwards and lowering your prices, regardless of how tough things are. You just need to market more. Okay, so this is the figure you need to pay attention to, your break-even price. Like I said, that means 0. That means you will make 0. So in my figures, my imaginary figures I've put in, to break even on this package is £351, and that gives me 0 in my bank. Okay, so you do the same for your other packages. You can come down here and you can add in your individual products as well. This will tell you how much you need to minimum sell them for. So say a print costs you £1 and you charge £5. This will say the minimum you need to sell this for is £4.11. Because of course this isn't just taking into consideration your gross profit, this is taking into consideration your other your other outgoings and your other incomings, how much you want to make per month, and also how much a small print is generally worth, say in relation to a digital image. Your USB stick, when it says you charge for a USB, you know, take the base charge, not how much you charge for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 digitals, because that is down here. Okay, so you know, a USB stick, you may charge nothing. You may say no, that's included for free. So say it costs you £5 for a USB. The minimum you need to locate that USB for on your price list is £19 without any images on it whatsoever, and that is the bare minimum. Okay, and remember, your figures are going to be different to mine. It may come up here as in £2, it may come up as £25. You know, you just don't know. Digital images here, the minimum sale is already going to be put in for you, because digitals are, you know, they're not physical products as such, but they are actually worth an awful lot of money on your price list, the digital negatives. And the same for wall art. Okay, so once you've put all of your information in, you can come here back to your Business Buddy, and you'll see now we've got some figures here. Business Buddy has worked out your business in overview, your monthly outgoings for your business, your monthly outgoings for home, your single purchases that you need to recoup over the next year, your lenses, your props, everything you've paid out on, you need to recoup that. It doesn't just go in and out because you had the money in your account. Business is about more than just whether there's money there or not. Minus the income you already receive, so your average monthly outgoings are here. And then you've got your monthly photography working hours. How many hours do you work per month? Total in session fees received per month. After expenses, you want to earn this much per month. Okay, that's just telling you, it's just reminding you, this is what you want to earn, and that should be your happy figure there. Nothing to feel guilty about. The minimum income you need to generate from your photography business per month is this. And then the minimum profit you need. And then it will work out tax for you too if you've put something in the tax box and you know tax, but you know this is a very rough estimate, okay? So the minimum income you need to generate, according to my figures, my imaginary figures, are £3,709.50, and of that, nearly £100 is tax, okay? So these things you really need to work out. So that is the LSP Business Buddy. It will take you a while to do all this, I'm not going to lie, there is no magic wand, but this is about as close as it gets to a magic wand because I literally work it all out for you. All you need to do is enter what you know, which is your outgoings, how much things cost and how much you spend on, time. Your hours, you can put in what you actually spend, or you can put in what you want to spend. You may be doing 10 newborns a month and you only want 3 or 4, so, aim for 2017. What are you going to be doing next? Put those figures in here. And yeah, good luck. Enjoy the Business Buddy, and I really hope, I know it will help. It will help massively if you let it. That's the LSP Business Buddy. You can get that at www.lsp-actions.com. And don't forget to join the Facebook group if you're not in there already. The link's on the website, where I can help you in real time and other people can too.